Hi, this is Olga from wholesaleUSAdresses.com. I receive many requests for wholesale store return merchandise, and while there is a big demand for it, I prefer to focus on wholesale overstock merchandise. It is understandable why so many buyers look for store return merchandise. This category enables them to buy brand name and designer products for less than the price of overstock merchandise. But the challenge is that the expectations of buyers is not based on the reality of what store returns consist of. People make assumptions of what store return merchandise is, see how low the wholesale price for return is, and rush to make a buying decision. I am a big believer in providing as much information to my customers as possible, since I believe that a long-term business relationship will always outweigh a one-time sale. That's why I would like to make sure you understand the difference between returns and overstock. So, let's back up a bit and start from scratch. I would like to define for you these two important categories that you will see advertised on closeout websites. Overstock merchandise is generally merchandise that a retailer had too much of and decided to liquidate to a wholesaler such as myself. Picture a demand store that has racks of designer dresses and needs to clear them out before new shipment of dresses arrives next week. Department stores are known for constantly turning over their merchandise since they want everything in their stores to look brand new. It is for this reason that many department stores will have new overstock merchandise pallets every week. They would rather sell their overstock merchandise at a loss than to cram their stores with unsold inventory. Products become store returns for different reasons. Store return merchandise is merchandise that customers actually purchased and then brought back to the store. The retailer will then liquidate that merchandise to a wholesaler. If you have ever visited a department store, I'm sure you have seen people going to up the cashier with items that they want to return. So, why do I prefer not to deal with store returns? Because since store return merchandise consists of products that were bought and then returned, there can be a very high percentage of damaged merchandise. So, while the wholesale price of store return merchandise can be 20-30% less than that of overstock merchandise, it can have a much higher percentage of damaged merchandise, which would offset any benefit from the lower wholesale price that you are paying. Let's say, for example, a pallet of overstock dresses has an original retail value of 20,000 and you purchase it all 20% of the original retail value. Your price for the pallet will be 4,000. If you buy a store return pallet of dresses with an original retail value of 20,000, you might only pay 15% of the original retail value, which comes out to 3,000. Yes, you are saving 1,000, but what if half of the dresses are damaged? Then your actual price for the undamaged dresses is 6,000. Now, the challenge with store return merchandise is that you do not know for certain what percentage of the items will be damaged. You can get lucky and purchase a pallet with hardly any damages, or get a pallet where 90% of the merchandise is damaged. So, if every store return dress in brand new condition, you just saved yourself 1,000. But if every dress has some damages, then you most likely are out the cost of the pallet. I say most likely since you might be able to salvage your purchase by repairing the dresses or selling them, as is a huge discount to your customers. It is for this reason that I believe you should only purchase store return merchandise if you can have the damaged merchandise repaired, or if you can realistically sell it to your customers at a discount. For example, a store return dress might have a broken zipper. So, if you can fix it or your customer is willing to have it fixed, then it can make sense to purchase store return dresses. The same would apply to electronics, apparel, furniture, and other categories. You always should disclose the category of products that you are selling. Ideally, you should visit wholesalers and take a look at the store return pallets that he or she has for sale. This will give you a realistic idea of what you can expect, although it still won't guarantee what other pallets might look like. I love when customers visit my closeout warehouse. This way, they can see the merchandise in person and make their own selections. Having said that, from my experience, I have seen that usually about 50% of the contents of a store return pallet in a brand new condition. 25% of the contents are slightly damaged and 25% are beyond repair. The reason why the items will be in different conditions is because people have many reasons for returning products to a store. Some people return products that they received as a gift. Others change their mind because they feel that the price that they paid was too high. Others return an item because they don't like the product itself, and others return merchandise because it either came damaged or they damaged it. Another good tip is to become familiar with the return policy of the retailer from which the store return pallets originated from. If the retailer has a very liberal return policy, you can expect a high number of broken items. If the retailer only accepts returns that are in brand new condition, then you should expect almost all of the items to be in brand new condition. I say almost because salespeople are known to accept returns in any condition from their favorite customers. Retailers actually encourage this practice since they want to keep a good relationship with their good customers. In the past, I did wholesale store return dresses, but now I focus exclusively on overstock dresses. I feel it makes more sense for customers to pay a drop more and know that every dress they will be in brand new condition. And since my wholesale prices on my dresses are already super low, my customers are happy to pay such a low price and know that they are going to receive excellent merchandise. I actually try to set my wholesale prices on my overstock merchandise for less than what others charge for store return merchandise. This way, my customers can get the best of both worlds, brand new merchandise at below wholesale prices. Please visit our wholesale warehouse in New York.